If you guys subscribed to my previous channel, you probably already know that I love Pokemon. So much so that I decided to make a channel about it 2 years ago. And since it's been 1 year since the last Pokemon video, I decided to do another Pokemon themed video. I'm Red Power V 1962, and this is my top 10 favorite Pokemon. I also wanted to give a shout out to DragonflyCave and its favorite Pokemon picker. Without it, I probably wouldn't be able to make this top 10 list. And now, let's get on to the video. Number 10. Crocodile. Now, I love this Pokemon. I love everything about it. Everything about this Pokemon just screams awesome to me. But I especially love it in the anime. Ash's Crocodile is probably the best one out there because it has those steampunk glasses, which is so cool. But unfortunately, when you found out that it's not in-game, that it doesn't have the steampunk glasses in-game, it just makes it less cool. Which is why I put it on the number 10 spot, unfortunately. But despite that issue, it's only minor, and I'm proud to put this Pokemon in the top 10s. Number 9. Infernape. Now, I love this Pokemon, not only in the anime, but also in-game. I remember playing through Pokemon Platinum with this beast on my side. But not only did I love it because of the in-game, but also because of the anime. I remember when it went all Super Saiyan with Blaze on Electivire, and it was so cool and so satisfying to see Electivire lost. It was so awesome, and I freaking love this Pokemon so much. Number 8. Flygon. I mean, were you really surprised? I mean, it was on the thumbnail for a reason, you know. But back to the topic at hand. I remember watching the Jirachi movie, which wasn't really good by the way, and seeing that Flygon in action was so cool that it sparked my love for Flygon, and I just had to figure out how to get one for myself. It wasn't until I did a little research that I found out that Trapinch later evolves into Flygon. So, I caught a Trapinch during my first ever Pokemon Emerald Let's playthrough, and the process of getting Trapinch to evolve into Flygon was a really long and stressful job, but it was well worth it because I got my very own Flygon. It was so good. Number 7. Gigalith. Now, when I first saw this Pokemon, I instantly fell in love with it. I mean, look at it. It looks so cool with the red rocks protruding out of its body and the intimidating face. It looks so cool. It's probably the best rock type Pokemon I have ever seen. The only problem that I have with it is the fact that it's a trade evolution, meaning I can't get it during my playthrough because I have to trade my Voltorb. Which is probably the reason why I was going to originally consider putting Gigalith in the number 10th spot instead of the 7th. But now that wild areas exist, I guess that's no longer an issue. Number 6. Decidueye. Now this is probably my absolute favorite Alolan starter today. When I first saw this Pokemon, I instantly fell in love with it. I loved its design. I really loved the green hoodie. I really loved the archer style that it got. It reminds me so much of Green Arrow, and I love it. And that's basically what it is, a Pokemon version of Green Arrow, and I loved it. I also love its signature move and its Z move because it implements arrows into its moves. I remember playing Pokemon Sun with this guy on my team, and it was so good that I didn't even need to use the Z move against the champion. Yeah, you heard it here. I didn't even need to use the Z move against the champion. That's how good it is. Number 5. Gliscor. Now this is another indicator where I instantly loved this Pokemon right from the start. I remember playing through Pokemon Platinum with this guy on my team. It was so good during my playthrough. And the fact that I instantly fall in love with it when I first saw it was was amazing. It was like a bat and scorpion hybrid. How could you not want to have this Pokemon in your team? It's so cool looking. Number 4. Espeon. Now it was really hard for me to pick which evolutions should I pick for the list, because they're all great in their own right. But I decided to pick Espeon over all of them because, one, I really like how she evolves due to maximum friendship, meaning that I have to really befriend my Pokemon instead of just leveling them up. I have to actually befriend my Pokemon in order for them to evolve. So that's pretty great. 2, I used it during my playthroughs of Pokemon Silver, so I know how great it is during battle. And 3, freaking Red! Freaking the legendary trainer Red, my favorite trainer of all time, used an Espeon during his adventures. I loved it so much. God, I love this Pokemon so much. Number 3. Golisopod. Now this is another instance of falling in love at first sight. Look at it! It looks so freaking awesome! It's probably the most awesome looking Pokemon Game Freak has come up for Sun and Moon. I mean, look at it! It's freaking intimidating! It's so cool at the same time! God, I freaking love this! When I saw this Pokemon for the first time, I knew I had to get it. I was like, that's it. I'm gonna get this Pokemon, even if it takes all my life. But when I saw the shiny version, I was like, that's it. Time to shiny hunt. And that's what I did. Yep. Golisopod ended up being the first ever Pokemon that I ever shiny hunted for. Which is probably another reason why I love this Pokemon so freaking much. It's shiny, it's awesome, its design is amazing, and I actually used it during playthrough and it was a freaking beast. It was awesome and I loved it. The only problem, however, was unfortunately emergency exit, but hey, everyone's got a problem with that with their Golisopod, so hey, you gotta roll with it, I guess. Number 2. Hydreigon. Out of all the pseudo-legendary Pokemon out there, Hydreigon has to be my absolute favorite. Looking at its design, it is so cool and menacing at the same time. It is freaking awesome with its 3 heads. It reminds me a lot of King Ghidorah, which is already so cool. I also love how freaking powerful it is. I mean, this monster is a menace before Fairy type was introduced. And it also has one of the greatest battle cries I have ever heard from a Pokemon. Number 1. Charizard. Your assumptions were correct. The number 1 pick goes to Charizard. Charizard won its way to my heart because of the fact that the more I looked at it, the more I realized how awesome it looks. I mean, it's a freaking dragon with wings and the fire at the tip of its tail. That's freaking awesome. And I know that he's not really a dragon, but to me, he's a dragon in my eyes. Plus, Charizard is probably the most used Pokemon I have ever used. I played through Kanto like more than 10 times, and I always had a Charizard in my party. That's how good it is. And it was especially good during my Kalos playthrough. In fact, it was so strong, that I didn't even need to use Mega Evolution against the champion. Yeah, you heard it here. I didn't need to use Mega Evolution against the champion. That's how good my Charizard was. Now I know that there are a lot of Charizard haters out there that have valid reasons to hate this Pokemon, but to me, I still love this guy no matter what. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a comment down below and list your top 10 favorite Pokemon, and comment on whether or not you want any more of these Pokemon themed videos. I would like to do some more of them. Anyways, leave a like and subscribe for more of these videos. And as always, I'll see you guys in another random time. See ya!